Hi everybody, my name is Why do I do these things? Hi everybody, my name is Girk and welcome back to the channel. I'm a wedding filmmaker from Kansas City, Missouri. I like drinking Dr. Pepper and talking to a camera, and today that's exactly what we're gonna do because we're gonna be making a video using the YouTube Creator Studio Inspiration tab. Let's do it. Okay, so I don't know what this thing is. I randomly clicked on this one day because I was very curious, and apparently there's this whole, and I know this is a touchy subject, but there's this whole AI there's this whole AI thing built into the YouTube Creator Studio that, like, I guess can help you with your video ideas. Now, I will say this, if you have not seen my video on AI that I have made before in the past, you should definitely go watch it up here. It is very good, and I also explain my thoughts on AI because every creator in the world has to explain their thoughts on AI. What we're gonna do today is we're going to make a video like Sunday Ramble-esque from the YouTube Inspiration tab. I have not touched this at all. I don't know what this thing is. I've not even played around with it. I did one quick Google search on like what it was, but I've not touched it at all because I wanted to do it for this video. That being said, we're gonna go over here to my computer and we're gonna mess around with this thing and we're gonna see just where this takes us. Now, this could be a wild journey, but no matter what, today we are making a video from this damn tab. Let's do it. Okay, so here we are on the YouTube Creator Studio Inspiration tab. I have zero idea what this is. This is not my first time looking at this, but it is my first time using it. I don't know exactly how this works. So we're gonna kind of go through it together, shall we? So obviously when you get in here, there are already 6 video ideas up for you. I've read through these. They're not great. I will say this one is kind of interesting. We're gonna save it. I don't know what that does. And then we're gonna click show more. Oh my god. Oh, these are horrible. Okay, here's why they're horrible. They're not stuff that I make. I don't make these. The only one that I could say is probably this one would probably be the closest to something that I would make. So this can actually, you can pick from your videos that you made and you can tell it to give me something like this. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna tell it to pick from have idea, will film. Let's see what it does. Stop filming and start thinking about the story you haven't told yet. I don't know what that means. We surrender to the mechanical comfort of the record button to avoid the terrifying silence of an unformed narrative. By abandoning the safety of the lens, we confront the raw, unexamined truth of our intent. It is time to dismantle the habit of mindless capture and finally articulate the unspoken story. You know what's crazy? I just read that entire paragraph and I have no fucking idea what it meant. What? What did you just say to me? Direct counter to yap content culture. Get out of here. This is rough. The creative cost of staying relevant in a world that never stops talking. Why your gear doesn't matter when you have nothing meaningful left to say. Jesus Christ. Okay, we're gonna go with one of these two. The creative cost of staying relevant in a world that never stops talking, or why your gear doesn't matter when you have nothing meaningful left to say. I think that one's a bit of a dig, but we'll see where it goes. I'm gonna click on both of these and kind of see where it takes us. I'm not exactly sure what it's gonna tell us, but we're about to find out. The creative cost of staying relevant in a world that never stops talking. We gamble our quietest instincts against the relentless demand for noise, trading the slow burn of craft for the instant hit of visibility. We must confront whether the constant presence kills the very soul of our work, choosing between the hollow rhythm of a schedule and the terrifying silence of actual creative growth. Okay. Why this could fit your channel. It gives you 3 things. Natural progression of the yap content critique. Okay. This idea builds on your skepticism of superficial digital noise by transitioning from a critique of others to a vulnerable examination of your own artistic survival. Did I critique yap content in that way? I critiqued trends. That was the point of that video. Authentic alignment with your anti-performance brand. Now, there you go. Since your work focuses on a life that doesn't need to impress others, you literally just read my video title, bro. Exploring the terrifying silence of creative growth reinforces your position as a champion of intentionality over visibility. Strategic pivot towards philosophical filmmaking. The topic allows you to elevate your recent casual videos to a high-stakes narrative about the psychological toll of being a creator in 2026. I'm not sure I agree with those three things, which is fine. I do like the idea of the creative cost of staying relevant in a world that never stops talking. I want to look at the other one, and then we'll decide which one out of the two we're going to make. Why your gear doesn't matter when you have nothing meaningful left to say. We find ourselves obsessing over the dynamic range and sensor glass while our internal wells run dry. We must confront the hollow silence. Why is it obsessed with hollow silence? That remains when the technical perfection of a high-end cinema camera meets a total absence of intent. Oh my God, AI is coming for us. Gear is merely a mask for the terrifying fear of having nothing. Oh my goodness gracious. YouTube said, well, bah! Psychological pivot for gear junkies. I've actually made a video on why gear doesn't matter. It was a Sunday ramble that I did a long time ago. Not sure if I should bring attention to it, but nonetheless. The topic bridges your technical wedding filmmaking audience and your philosophical 7 Days of Sunday followers by reframing professional equipment as a psychological defense mechanism. A direct challenge to creative stagnation. By confronting the terror of having nothing to say, you lean into the raw vulnerability established in titles like The Fear of Being Seen and I Wasn't Going to Post This. Strategic deconstruction of the cinema mask. You can uniquely argue that technical perfection actually heightens the visibility of a hollow message, making the high-end gear a liability rather than an asset. I'm sorry, wait a minute.
You can uniquely argue that technical perfection actually heightens the visibility of a hollow message, making the high-end gear a liability rather than an asset.
I like both of these a lot. I feel like I could make a video about both of them, and I'm gonna be honest, what I don't pick, I might make a video about both. So I'm gonna save them both. I think for now, I'm gonna go with the creative cost of staying relevant in a world that never stops talking. It's something that's kind of been on my brain a little bit recently, which is, I think, is creepy and hysterical at the same time. So we're gonna click develop idea and see what that does. I saw thumbnails down there, and I just want you all to know that if it shows me anything that looks like me, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm out, I'm gone. What the actual... No! No! What is this? YouTube, honey, we have to talk, okay? When you click develop idea, it gives you all sorts of things. A summary, hooks, I guess, the outline, thumbnails, title ideas, and related videos. Now, I actually really do appreciate this. The case for making art when the world is on fire. Love that. I want to look at this. What are the hooks? A provocative question. Are you creating art, or are you just feeding an insatiable algorithm that doesn't care about your soul? We have traded the slow, deliberate burn of true craft for the cheap dopamine of constant visibility. If your schedule is full, but your work feels hollow, you might be killing your creativity. What did I just say? If your schedule is full, but your work feels hollow, you might be killing your creativity. Honestly, that's not bad. I would say some shit like that. In a way less robotic way, but I'd say it. The narrative conflict. We are currently gambling our quietest instincts against a world that demands relentless noise. We've been told to disappear for a moment is to be forgotten forever. But this frantic race for relevance is destroying our depth. You must choose between the comfort of a schedule and the growth found in silence. The reality check. The greatest threat to your creative future isn't lack of ideas. It's the terrifying pressure to never stop talking. By choosing instant hits of engagement over the long-term mastery of your craft, you are sacrificing your unique voice. It is time to confront the devastating cost of staying permanently visible. Okay. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop this part right here, and I'm going to go back to my normal setup. I'm going to take these talking points and use them as like my normal talking points that I keep in Notion. And we're going to use these talking points as talking points for this video. I have not read these talking points. I'm not reading them until I get over here. We're just going to sit with these, and then we'll go make the video, and we'll do our best to make a video from the inspiration tab of YouTube Creator Studio. Let's do it. Okay, so now that we're set back up here, we got our talking points over here. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do this. This is gonna kind of be a little Sunday Ramble-esque, as I said before. I got talking points. I haven't read them. I just copied and pasted them. Haven't read them. We're gonna go through them together, okay? But first things first, we need to crack open a Dr. Pepper. Just kidding. I don't have a Dr. Pepper. That is cold right now. I instead have a Coke. No, it's just a no, okay? It's not the same. It is good though, but it's not the same. Doesn't get to go in the video. Not a Dr. Pepper. So they gave me this in chunks, right? So we're gonna go in chunks. And we're going to talk about the first talking point, which is the visibility tax. Here's what it gave me. The shift from building a legacy to maintaining a feed in the 2026 hyper-accelerated media cycle. The AI wording is it's gonna be the death of me, I swear to God. Why the pressure to be seen is often mistaken for the drive to create meaningful work. How the dopamine loop of instant feedback acts as a false metric for artistic quality. Okay, I actually kind of do agree with some of this stuff. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Here's my interpretation of what I think that means. All right, we're just gonna go and we're just gonna see what happens, right? So right now in the YouTube and the Instagram and the social media world, views are everything. Visibility is everything. But are you actually creating something that matters? Before y'all jump on me, the definition of what matters is the most broad thing in the entire world, okay? You can make a video about anything and it will still matter. I think I have such conflicting feelings about this specifically, because what matters to you and what matters to someone else is not the same thing. What matters to the YouTube algorithm and what matters to me are not the same thing. As I've said before in many videos in the past, the YouTube algorithm and I are not friends. We're not friends. It doesn't like me. I don't like it, okay? But I make these videos for all of you, for me, for myself, because I like it. Does that mean I'm making something that matters? Does that mean that I'm making something because I want to get views? I don't know. I have always said on this channel that I don't care about the views. You're a returning member, I apologize because I say it a lot. I don't care about the views, the likes, the comments, the subscribers, whatever. I don't care about it because I don't make these videos for you. I make them for me. Sorry. I don't make content for an algorithm. I make these videos because I love it. Because I love it. The question becomes, are you making something to be seen or are you making something because it matters? And I think their definition of what matters and my definition of what matters are not the same. So let me tell you what I think matters. Did you love it? Did you have fun? Would you be willing to do it again? That's what matters. It does not matter if you tell a story. It does not matter if you have the most perfect shots. It doesn't matter if you have the perfect lighting, the perfect frames, the perfect editing. It doesn't matter. Did you love it? Do you love it? Do you love your art? Then it matters. The point here is, though, we push out content because we want to be seen. Because we need to stay in front. We need to stay ahead of everybody. If we're not constantly in front of your screen screaming at you, we're never, ever, ever gonna be successful. And I just don't believe that is true. If you have not seen my social media video, you should go watch it up there. I don't know how many cards I get, but y'all, I've mentioned a lot of videos in this, so bear with me. Just go watch them all, I guess. Just go watch them all, every one of them. The constant need to be in front of everyone and to be in front of you constantly, I said that a lot, makes us rush things that shouldn't be rushed, or makes us rush things for the point of rushing, for the point of being seen. And that is the problem. Quantity over quality when you're a beginner every single time. Don't care. Make all the work, okay? I don't care what it is. Make all the work. But when you're not a beginner, when you've been doing this for 5, 6, 10 years, your meaningful work now comes in, what do I have the passion to make? Do I want to film Sunday rambles? Do I want to sit here and talk to a camera? Do I want to go out and film my life in a vlog format or film my life in a cinematic format? It's up to you. When you find what you like to do, when you find your style, sit there and do it. And do it for as long as it makes you happy. We're gonna move on. Second point, the performance of productivity. Analyzing the rise of the scheduled creator who prioritizes the rhythm of the algorithm over the rhythm of the craft. Why staying relevant often requires a performative transparency that drains emotional and creative reserve. The hidden costs to turning your growth process into a consumable product for immediate engagement. Okay, I have thoughts. The hidden cost of turning your growth process into a consumable product for immediate engagement. That one's getting me. That one's getting me for a second, because I originally thought that this was talking about like online courses, preset packs, LUT packs, and stuff like that. I don't think that's what it means. I think what it means is you're turning it into a short. You're turning it into a video. You're taking a part of your creative process and you're putting it out on the internet. I mean, how many times do we see like my YouTube process, which I would love to make a video on my YouTube process one day because I think it'd be fun. That's the only reason that I'm making that though. You know what? Let me just talk about that. I would love to make a video on my YouTube process. How I make these YouTube videos. I would love to make a YouTube video on how I make these videos. I think it would be super fun. That's the only reason I'm doing it, is because I think it would be fun. I was not, gonna do it because it does well on the algorithm. I don't even know if it does well on the algorithm. I just thought it would be fun to kind of show you a little bit of an inside world, an inside look into the world that I have here, into this. I thought that that would be fun, and I want to do it, so I'm gonna do it. However, there is a cost, I guess. There's a cost to doing it if you're doing it for views. There's a cost to doing it if the only reason that you're doing it, the only reason that you're making that video is for the algorithm. I think that's where the cost lies. If you want to make it because you like it, then you don't lose anything, because you're passionate about it, because you made something that matters. Hey, call back. If you're passionate about it, if you love it, if you would do it again, great. That is all that matters. That is the work that matters. As long as you find joy and love in it. That's all we can ask for. So when I make this YouTube process video, I'm not gonna make it because I think it's gonna perform well. I'm gonna make it because I want to make it. Because I think I would have fun making it. Just like with this video right here. I don't know if this is gonna perform well. I just saw this little tab on YouTube and I said, now hold on a minute. I think that sounds fun. Let's go crazy, go stupid, and let's see what we can make with this little inspiration tab. Is it gonna do well? Who knows? Who cares? Let's make a video. Let's have some fun. The performative transparency is another thing that these talking points gave me that I'm a little stuck on. Performative transparency. Now that is a very interesting way to describe content like this, because they're not wrong. Look, can I just be so real with you guys for a second? I sit here and I try my best to talk to you like a normal person, right? I like to talk to you as I would talk to anybody else. I don't know, because I've never asked. I don't know if this is like what I really talk like. It probably is. It's probably real close. Obviously, I like to put my own personal experience into things. I like to tell you things that happen in life. I do like to be blunt and transparent, and I don't really hold anything back, but there is a little bit of a performative nature to it, right? Every single time the camera goes on, I have to turn into YouTube Gherkin. Not necessarily the Gherkin that would be alone, not necessarily the Gherkin that would be going to hang out with friends or hang out with family. I have to be YouTube Gherkin, and that Gherkin is a little bit different. So performative transparency is actually the best way to describe any sort of content like this. Any sort of content where we sit here and we just yap and we ramble. That is performative transparency, because yeah, we are talking to you like you're a normal person, but for us, we still have to turn something on. That is really interesting. I actually like that talking point a lot. Let's move on. The necessity of strategic disappearance. I can already tell I'm gonna hate this. Reclaiming the power of the dark period, where work is allowed to mature without an audience. Oh, damn it, I was wrong. Why the most influential breakthroughs in art and tech historically come from periods of total silence. Overcoming the fear that the world will move on if you stop speaking for a moment. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. That is a very important part to any sort of creativity ever. Overcoming the fear that the world will move on if you stop talking. Listen to me. I'm not going to yell at nobody here. What I'm going to yell at instead is the algorithms and the companies and the greed. I'm going to yell at that. I'm going to yell at that for a second, because those algorithms have trained you to believe that. They have trained you to believe that if you stop talking, you are gone. Let me give you a little insight into something real quick. I took a break for a year. Hey, I took a break for a year. I came back. My first video back got more views than any other video that I had. My videos now get more views than any of my videos back then. I don't know why that is. But you know what's funny is that I came back. I took a break and then I came back, and I'm getting views now. I'm getting views consistently. A couple Sunday Rambles ago, I got almost 100 views on a video. Wasn't expecting it at all whatsoever. I've gotten some pretty decent view counts on a couple videos after I came back. The world is gonna move on regardless. It doesn't matter if you keep talking or stop talking. They're gonna move on regardless. What matters is pushing through that, pushing through the noise, pushing through the thought of, I have to constantly stay relevant, because no, you don't. No, you don't. What you have to do, what you constantly have to do is create. You have to make things. You have to make videos. You have to make shorts, reels, whatever. And you have to make sure that you love it. Because if you don't love it, then you will burn out and you will move on. Who cares about the world? The world is going to move on regardless. It doesn't matter. What matters is pushing through the noise and just keep creating. Keep making things. Keep making something. Put something out there into the world. Who cares if it doesn't get views, okay? Who cares if people have moved on? Because, like we've said before, these algorithms, they go through so many different life cycles throughout the years. And they will eventually come back to you, but you have to stay here. You have to keep going, because if you don't, then they absolutely will move on and they will leave you behind. Last one, choosing depth over reach. Redefining success as the ability to produce work that outlasts the current trending cycle. Yes. Practical ways to protect your attention from the noise of a world that never stops talking. The ultimate trade-off between being a constant presence and becoming a permanent influence. I really like that. I mean, yeah, that's what I just said. I kind of just said that. Look, YouTube goes through shit, okay? YouTube videos, the whole algorithm process, even Instagram, whatever, it goes through cycles. I don't exactly know. I've never cracked the code. Nobody's ever cracked the code to the YouTube algorithm, right? No, nobody knows how to do it. They're all just making shit that they love, posting it on the internet, and hoping for the best. That's all we do here, you guys. We make videos that we love. We click upload, and we pray. Even I check view count sometimes, okay? I'll just be honest. Yeah, I check the view count. I look at that shit. I answer your comments and I read your comments. Like, yeah, of course I do. I'm a YouTuber. I'd be dumb if I didn't. But it's not the only thing that matters to me. The thing that matters to me is making content that fulfills me as a creative and maybe somehow, some way helps you in the process. If that happens, I'm good. I said it in one of my other Sunday rambles in one of the 7 days of Sunday. I think it was the finale. I can't change the world, but I can change the world for one person. And that's good enough for me. I live my life by that. You know, I don't care about being the most successful YouTuber of all time. I'm not interested in that. What I'm interested in is creating content that I love. Making as many videos as humanly possible that I love. Like, that's what I want to focus on. That's what I want to do. It doesn't matter to me how many subscribers I get from those videos or how many views I get on those videos. I don't care. Did I love it? Did I have a great fucking time making that video? Yes. That is all that matters. That is all I care about. And that is where I want you guys to get. I want you guys to get to a point where the only thing that matters is whether or not you loved doing it. And it's a really hard mindset to have. The best thing I ever did was step away from film. It was terrifying. And I thought I was never coming back, but it was the best thing I ever did because it got me back into realizing why I loved it, why I couldn't give this up. I couldn't leave this. I couldn't leave the Sunday rambles. I couldn't do it. I had to come back and I had to make film. Yeah, I'm hoping that works. This was a really fun video to make. That's what I got, you guys. That's what I got. All right, I'm gonna end this video right here. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think about the YouTube inspiration tab. If you've ever messed with it or ever seen it, I want you guys to let me know down below. What do you think? What do you think about it? Let me know your thoughts on everything, on these talking points. What do you guys think about this whole thing? And should we do another video like this? Let me know that too. This was really fun. I had an absolute blast. And again, that's the point, you know? Just have some fun. Let's just sit here and have some fun. Okay, I'm gonna go because this video is already way too long. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Do all the YouTube things if you want. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Whatever the spirit moves you to do, you just go right ahead and do it. I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Goodbye. Yeet! We have an outro, bro! I just did that outro. What? Yeah, that's cool. Dogs didn't bark once. Cats didn't move once. What? This was such a fun video. I'm baffled. I am baffled. It was fun. It was super fun. Wow. Yeah, I had a great time. We should do another one.